Hello and welcome to Paw Prints on the Mountain, brought to you by the Humane Society of the White Mountains. I'm your host, Mike Bosley. In a couple of moments, joining us will be Deena and Debbie, of course, the executive director and the shelter manager there at the Humane Society. But before we do that, it's time to go into Mike's Pet Peeves. Now, Mike's Pet Peeves is merely my opinion, not the opinion of the board, the Humane Society, anybody important. And really, today, it's not even a pet peeve. Nothing like really rattles me. It's just, I'm confounded. I'm confused. This day and age, all kinds of terminology pops up every single day, such as the latest term, which is called cancel culture, which is quite the tongue twister. Now, cancel culture is a lot of intricate moving parts. It's a very big concept, but if I had to put it into a nutshell, I would say basically anything between 2014 and the beginning of time should be banned. Basically, if it was made in between those times, it's probably bad. Another fun term is also called cuddles and killers. Now, this is where you and your significant other spend a romantic evening on the sofa with your favorite beverage, bedtime, and you watch shows that talk about the killer that nobody saw coming, but everybody should have seen coming. One of those people that watches those killer shows as you go to bed, there's something a little wrong with you. Now, I've taken a vast survey of a lot of these people, and it's amazing to me. They're okay with serial killers, but they're really freaked out about the paranormal. It's okay to watch killers, but not paranormal caught on tape. What's the worst a ghost is gonna do? Move the light, close the door, tug on the bed sheet? Serial killer? Tug on the bed sheet, kill you. I mean, which one's gonna be worse? The ghost might throw a cup at you. The serial killer could throw himself at you, which I'd take the coffee cup any day of the week. But that's just me. So I really can't grasp how ghosts are scarier than real life serial killers, but you guys are weird. Another thing I don't get is how people believe that the money that they donate to the Humane Society, it doesn't do anything. What's my $10 really going to do? And we'll address that later in the show. Another thing I really can't understand is how people believe that the animals that are in the Humane Society that have come there for a second chance of life, that these dogs and cats are less, they're nobodies, they're rejects. That is not true. The animals at the Humane Society are full of love, and they are ready to give their love. And since the word reject was actually created before 2014, you're not allowed to use that word anymore. Part of that cancel culture. Gotta love it. So in wrapping it up, come down, look at what the Humane Society has to offer. There are new dogs coming in, new cats coming in, puppies, kittens, whatever is gonna fit your lifestyle. I almost promise you we have at the Humane Society. You can go onto our website and you can come down to the shelter. And as you will see, Debbie, I suppose everything's all COVID safe still and doing all of that.
Yes, it is.
We do look forward to maybe getting these restrictions lightened up. I look forward to Happy Tails.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to do Happy Tails, hell or high water, which is usually the two kind of days we get in August, hell or high water. It's usually one of those.
Or a combo.
Or a combo. But
it's a combo.
We'll take it.
Bring your umbrella. We'll be good.
And that's the beauty of the orchards there at Charlie Clark, is you're pretty protected by the trees. It's nice and shady, even on those really hot days. But I'm just super excited about Happy Tails.
Oh, my goodness. So are we. You know, we are planning it already again,
right,
of course, and we've sent out emails to volunteers saying that we are starting to plan. We're looking forward to them all coming back and helping us. And we've had a lot of people already inquiring about it. Is it going to happen? At this point, yes, it's going to happen.
Yes, it is.
We are planning it, and we are planning to be at the orchards on August 28th we'll be open from 10 to 4 is when our events will be going on. It's really actually going to be really exciting because we missed so much last year. Not just the monetary of Happy Tales, but the people that come and show the support, the adoptions that happen, and the community, the businesses that donate the stuff to make that money for the animals.
Right.
So if anyone's a business owner, just know we'll be out knocking on your door. We'll start our summer raffle pretty soon, and like I say, we're moving forward with it.
One of the things that amazes me each year is the amount of stuff that is donated through businesses, personalities, and everything, and it's a huge event. You can't fit it all in one small area. It takes up all of the orchard to put
Aren't
this
we
on.
just spread all over that place? And that's that there too. There's enough room that people can move along and social distance, and it's just and it's outside.
Right.
And the best thing about all of it is everything's donated, and all the proceeds come to the Humane Society to support all the homeless animals that we take care of each and every day.
And very valid point. Thank you for kind of bringing that up. By the way, everyone, wanted to say a huge thank you for all that you did with Arizona Gives. Another huge successful event, and we'll give you all those numbers coming up in the next episode. Watch the Facebook. I'm sure you'll have all the final
absolutely.
tallies.
Yep.
So thank you, everybody, for all you donated. Just before Arizona Gives, you guys had no show fur ball. That's right.
And that also was very successful, thanks to the community. We will probably hit our budget on that, which I think our budget was $6,000, $8,000, and we're really close to that.
That's wonderful.
So, yeah. Mike, we ask and our community does. So we really are very blessed. The other day, Debbie said that she needed to put a plea out on Facebook because we needed canned dog food. And we're still getting it in. So a big thank you to our community. And we've posted some pictures, but not even all the pictures of all the stuff that we've gotten. That's something that, a lot of people, and they need to know this, a lot of these animals that have been strays, that have been on their own for a while, or, trying to figure out where or what their next meal was, they actually are very well taken care of. So every dog in our shelter gets canned dog food on their breakfast every morning.
Oh, wow.
And so that's things that are expenses to us, but yet we feel they need it. And then if they're on medication or they're not eating, we do different things with the canned dog food to help them to be able to adjust. So they're very pampered.
Yeah, we cater to a lot of them.
Well, we've got some techs there, and even Debbie, that will cook food at home and bring it in if certain ones are not eating.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, they're so spoiled, no one will ever be able to live up to what we as the shelter are doing for them.
Right, giving them quite the life, more than just 3 hots and a cot.
Absolutely, so they're very well cared for. And the cats are the same way, if there's issues with them, we cater to them. So, it used to, and it's not just our shelter, it's just the idea of humane societies and shelters in general, used to be a really sad thing.
Right.
And they're not anymore.
No.
We get so many compliments about our shelter and how clean it is and how helpful everyone is. And too, how every one of our techs that is helping them try and find the perfect pet knows everything about that pet.
Right.
That they're wanting to know about. We're not having to, go in and look up their stuff. They've got it here because they care. Our techs care.
And that is something that does set you apart. Your staff is phenomenal, whether it be whatever reason, adoptions or anything else that chips, microchips, anything that you guys do. Your staff is always there, very friendly. So yes, kudos to you and your staff for that.
Thank you.
We believe that customer service is something that's really important at the shelter and at the thrift shop and at our paws clinic. In today's world, you don't get that a lot.
No.
Nothing makes me madder than when we have to do our supply runs, and it doesn't matter if we spend $5 or $500 and we're not thanked. my $5 is as important as your $500.
Yes, it
You
is.
came into my store and you did business with me.
Right.
You know, so it's very important, you know, that we have good customer service. And so if they don't, please let me know, because I need to know this stuff.
Right.
You know.
Well, you made mention of the supply run. So anytime anyone is going to Phoenix or doing extra shopping, it's really easy to grab an extra bottle of bleach.
Or Walmart or Safeway, dollar store.
Yeah.
Whether it be canned dog food, whether it be a bag of dog food at Pet Sense, there's a box right there.
Right, a donation box.
A donation box. So, I mean, the littlest thing still goes a long way. The $5 during Arizona Gives got doubled because of the
$5,000
donation.
yes.
So I
match.
mean, the little things really do add up to make life-saving things happen for you and your staff.
Absolutely. And, you know, things on our website, which is hswm.org, we have a wish list. And those are things that constantly cost us money. Most all of what you just mentioned. But not only the bleach, the laundry soap, the dish soap, things like that, kitten food, puppy food, you know.
Paper.
Yeah, paper for the office. All that kind of stuff adds up and takes away a little bit from them, because we have to keep all this stuff going for them.
Right.
So,
Well, that is a good proof of, yes, how much it runs, how much it costs to run the shelter per day. You've got all of those expenses. You got the employees. You've got the power, the water. I mean,
Right.
everything.
the heat, the air
Right.
conditioning, everything adds up. And it added up last year to $1,818 a day.
Wow. So even $10 that somebody drops in, or even a $3 bottle of bleach
Absolutely.
goes a long way.
All that helps, absolutely. And you know, that's what we want people to know, is no amount or no donation is too small.
Right.
Everything adds up there.
And it's amazing whenever you get to drop something off, or you donate, or you put the bag of dog food in the box there at Pet Sense, you just have a great feeling that just really overcomes you, and you don't need a pat on the back, because you know what you did is really helping a life. We are going to be back in just a couple more moments, and we're going to talk about more stuff at the shelter. We've got a very cute friend. We're going to get to meet them, all coming up in just a couple moments right here on Paw Prints on the Mountain. Welcome back to Paw Prints on the Mountain, brought to you by the Humane Society of the White Mountains. I'm your host, Mike Bosley. And of course, joining us in this episode is Deena Pace and Debbie Torbett. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Now, you have also got a very, why do you get the calm ones? You've got a very calm, cute little guy with you. And tell us a little bit about Mr. Austin.
So this is Austin, and he's about 3.5 months old. And he came in with his siblings. There was 3 other puppies. And they came in as strays. Someone had found them. They wandered onto their property.
Aww.
And then come to find out they were from a hoarding situation. Person surrendered and the whole thing. So when we were doing our initial intake exam, we had noticed that Austin had this really big bump underneath of his jaw.
Okay.
So the following day was the day that our doctor was coming. So we brought him over, and she saw him and said that he had a broken jaw. So he also had an abscess in there, so she wasn't able to do anything while he had the abscess.
Of course.
So we had to give him some antibiotics and everything, make the abscess go away. He was on that for almost 3 weeks, because we had him checked in between, and there was still some abscess in there, so he had to continue. And then she's going to be able to finally do surgery on his jaw and fix it to where his bone's not sticking out of his gums. And she'll probably have to maybe wire it a little bit or something like that.
He can open his jaw now. He can eat and everything.
Yeah, he can eat and everything right now. It just takes him a little bit longer to eat.
It's a little discomfort. Yeah.
But so he'll be able to get surgery on that now, and hopefully after that, after he's all healed up and everything, he'll be able to find his forever home.
So obviously you're not the vet, but you're thinking that after Doc Hauser does her magic, that there's going to be very little mental scar here for this dog.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not going to be much you're going to have to do medically for the rest of his life.
Well, you can never predict that. I mean, he could, break a leg or
Well,
something in
sure,
between. But with that jaw, he should be good with the jaw.
Yeah.
That's another amazing thing is the donations that bring, sure, we were just talking about all the laundry list of things, but we totally didn't talk about the medical
end of it.
expenses
Yeah.
to save and make this guy's life more comfortable so he can have his forever home.
Right. And I mean, and not only, for him, for instance, having a broken jaw, but everybody on intake gets a vaccination.
Of course.
So the dogs get 2 vaccinations and a wormer. The cats get 1 vaccination and a wormer. And then in 2 weeks, they get a booster. And then spay or neuter on top of that. And then any other instances, I mean, if they have internal parasites that are, coming and,
Right.
things like that, then, or Austin, or they have a broken leg.
So that would
things like
explain why puppies can't just go right out the door.
Absolutely.
Because the Humane Society does everything to make sure that they are ready for their forever home.
Yes.
Yes.
If there's any medical condition, we want that all fixed before they leave. And then they're starting fresh,
Right.
And a whole new life is ahead of them. And a lot of times, like Debbie said, the vaccinations and stuff, but that's every 2 weeks for puppies until they hit 3 or 4 vaccinations.
Yeah, 4.
4. So if they're with us, like Austin, he will probably have 4 vaccinations of the parvo distemper by the time he's ready to be adopted.
Wow.
So, I mean, that's all expenses that we pay for,
Right.
those vaccines and stuff. Unfortunately, they're not given to us or anything like
No.
that. But these stories like Austin, this is why we do Arizona Gives.
Right.
So when people watch, every year when we do the Arizona Gives, it's the medical stories of the ones that need it extra. This last year on Arizona Gives, we talked about Fern, who came in with 2 broken legs. And Jana, who came in starved down, Liam. I mean, we can go on and on and on. And you know what? What's really important is that we get the word out that we're not the Humane Society you knew 20, 30 years ago.
Right.
We're the Humane Society that now fixes all these pets.
Right.
If they're fixable, we fix them.
And the kill ratio is way above the status quo for what the shelters called non-kill.
Right.
But you don't necessarily advertise that because you have a different personal definition.
I do. Our live release rate last year was 94%.
Wow.
But I feel, and we do it as a service also, when people's pets are older, we do it as a service, we will humanely euthanize them.
Yes.
So, but I feel that if there's any euthanasia going on, in all fairness, it's a euthanasia.
Yeah. Can't call a potato a tomato.
Right. And the only reason we do it at our shelter these days is if they are really old with a terminally ill disease and their quality of life is just not good for them.
Right.
If after quite a bit of time they're so aggressive they're going to hurt somebody still, that's a big liability to the community.
Right.
And
any illnesses that can be
wipe out our
spread throughout the
population.
entire population of our animals.
That's
Because right now at this point we're still not able to say one of those diseases, distemper or parvo, we have nowhere to separate it from the whole general population and keep everyone else safe.
Right.
Someday, if we keep going like we're going and with our community, we may have a ward to treat those diseases that we can't right now.
Oh, that'd be so much fun.
So
We've got the
it's-
property to do it.
It's something for us as a community to work towards.
Right.
The next building that we have planned, I got a rough estimate on it. It's $1 million building. You know, nothing is cheap, as we know, and
Right.
so it'll be a while.
And it doesn't even include a doggy slide, does it?
No, it doesn't.
No
But-
indoor pool either.
No, what? Man, they just don't make them like they used to,
know.
do they? Wow.
No, but you know what? We've moved so far in the last 15 years. We'll get there. Someday it'll be everything it needs to
Well,
be.
there's always a need. It's just being able to match that need.
That's correct. Yep.
Now, another avenue outlet for the Humane Society in general is the Doghouse Thrift Shop.
Absolutely. So that is our everyday fundraiser.
Okay.
And they're open there at 3002 West White Mountain Boulevard, Tuesdays through Saturdays from 10 to 5 and accept gently used donations from 10 to 4. This place is amazing. It really is amazing. I mean, Mike, how many times do you hear it, you know? Debbie, I mean, we hear it, we see it when we
I
go
see
in
it
there.
when I go. Yeah, I was about to say, I
know?
go in there.
So many of the things are very gently used or not used at all that are donated. And that, again, is thanks to our community. And every dollar you spend over there comes right back over here to help adorable pets like Austin, you know? And so something for the community to know, the first Saturday of the month is 50% off always.
50% off
Everything,
everything.
everything.
Not everything in one room.
No, everything in the whole, all the rooms.
Everything in
All the buildings, all the rooms there,
Really?
yeah.
That's a lot of square footage to be 50% off.
It is.
I can find stuff I don't even need there.
Well, you know, I usually do
More or
find
less,
stuff
that's
I
what's
don't
going to
even
happen.
need
Andrew's
there.
going to be like, what did you do? Baby, it was 50% off.
Right.
And then I'll be buying myself a doghouse.
Right, and they may have that on the 50% off day. You know, you could be just in luck all the way around there, Mike. But stop in there, and you know, there and at our shelter, we're always looking for volunteers. You know, we love our volunteers.
Right.
We have great volunteers, but we always need more. You know, in the wintertime, so many of our volunteers go down south. Someday I'm going to do that myself. But until then, we could use more volunteers in the wintertime
Right.
that are up here, you know, and then in the summer. And with the fundraising, Happy Tales, you know. We have great ones that we've reached out to when we do our newsletters for folding and putting it together and labeling and getting everything ready to go to the mail, you know, and Fosters. Fosters is another great
Oh, yes.
volunteer.
That's a huge part.
You know, and I've fostered, Roy and I have fostered, and you know, it's a really good feeling, but it can also be heartbreaking because you fall in love with every pet.
Oh.
I think everyone at the shelter and the volunteers, the staff, and anyone that comes out there falls in love every day with everything new and everything old, you know? And then when they get adopted, it's like, you know, that's where the selfish part of us steps up because we're not going to get to see them every day. We're happy, but yet it's just always bittersweet.
Right.
So
That's got to take a lot pulling the heartchains all the time.
absolutely, but the volunteers, and you know something, I am looking for a co-chair for Happy Tales this year. If anyone wants to step up and co-chair with me,
There you go. That should be, it's a lot of fun. It's very high paced. Good news is it's only till August.
Right.
End of August. And
End
then,
of August.
And then it's over.
Yeah.
And then you go on vacation usually.
I do usually a week or two later after we
Right.
get everything closed
Get it
out.
all
I am
taken care
done.
of.
I am done
Makes
then.
full sense after a long summer.
Yeah.
Well, Miss Debbie, is there anything else you would like to add about Austin or siblings, or what's the best way to keep an eye on their status for when they're ready for adoption?
Mostly just keep watching the website, and we can update Facebook and stuff.
Now,
and
what's the
Austin's
process
had
if
surgery.
I was ever allowed to adopt Austin? What is the process?
So you would do an adoption application. We
Which
have those there
involves-
at the office and on our website.
Okay.
It's just basically a questionnaire.
So it's not like you need my social security number, my truck license plate number,
No.
my kid's no? Okay.
No, it's just a little questionnaire.
Okay.
And then if we have any further questions after.
Because if you'd like to take my firstborn, you could for a
I'll
couple
take him.
video.
He's
He's adorable.
He is adorable. He is adorable.
And then if we have further questions, we can ask you. And then depending on if the animal is spayed or neutered already, then they would be able to go home that day. If they have not, we would put them on the schedule for the following surgery day.
Now, what's the reason for the questionnaire?
It's just basically so we can find the right fit for, if the animal we know is not going to be a perfect fit, it doesn't get along with.
So you guys aren't about
chickens.
just getting them in and out.
No,
You want to find the perfect fit.
Yeah, we want to find the perfect fit for them. So, if they don't like chickens and you have 15 chickens, it might not be a good house for that.
I
dog.
call that entertainment, but one of the two. Well, thank you very much for joining us this month here on Paw Prints on the Mountain. Make sure and join us next month. We'll give you that final update on the Arizona Gives. Please check out the website at hswm.org. Keep tabs on Austin, his siblings, and adoptions, as well as ways that you can donate and become part of our family. Till next time, thanks. We'll see you.